Hey everyone, this is Vi. I'm checking out Hadal. Not sure if that's pronounced correctly, but we're going to give this a playtest and see if we can give some useful feedback. I've not played this before. I've got the game page open here. It says Hadal is a 2D action platformer featuring PvP combat, cooperative survival modes, and a short single-player campaign. Equip plus 40 different weapons and plus 100 unique upgrades in frantic arena battles. Made using libgdx, some notes in order to connect to a remote host, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to skip over some of this, but oh, it says after reaching the single player hub in the campaign, take the elevator up to access the quartermaster. This is where you can unlock new items that can be equipped at the other hub events. I don't know if that's useful, but I am of course going to be playing this by myself. I don't have anyone else to play with. Sorry, I need to get rid of this before I interact with the game itself. I just clicked on the search for nearby servers just out of curiosity. I didn't know if anything was like actually gonna be set up. I wasn't expecting it, but so yeah, I've not seen anything past the screen. It is in windowed mode currently. I want to see if we can. There's a full screen button. Maybe I can set it. Maybe that to 60 FPS. It's interesting. I'm going to set that to 120. It's probably going to give me less input lag that way. Cursor type crosshair, default, dot. Okay, so this either doesn't work or just isn't being updated in the menu here, so I don't know what that does. Cursor size. That also doesn't appear to change here. Cursor color. Display, controls. Oh, okay. So I changed these, but it didn't apparently have to go up and click on save here. So it's a little bit weird. Let me make sure that's okay. It's still in the capture there. So I'm noticing this appears to be exclusive full screen, which is nice. I prefer that, but some people, it's got VSync enabled. I'm going to try disabling that. Some people prefer the borderless window style full screen. So it might be nice to have an option for that. Let's see, controls, bunch of stuff. Interact E, freeze is space. I don't know what that's for. Dialogue is Z. It's kind of weird. Switch to last is Q. Switch to 1, 2, 3, 4. Weapon up and down. Message window is M. Score windows tab. Audio, game, PvP match time, co-op match time lives, loadout. Multiplayer artifact slots, okay. Interesting, so these are... I would kind of expect to see these settings somewhere else, like not in the options menu, but in like a server menu or like if you're setting up a game, that kind of thing. So that's kind of interesting that it's in here. Miscellaneous. Enable multiplayer pause. Yeah, I might guess that like if you set these, then this, like maybe it's more to do with if you're hosting a game yourself or something versus joining another one. I don't know if that's the case, but let's go ahead and click on sync. Oh, I guess, should I? Oh, I got random names. Friggins Flizzroth. Okay, click on single player, see what happens. Pause is P. I don't like that. I much prefer to hit escape. P is such a reach. Sorry about the notification here. Let's see if I can mute that real quick. Of course, I am very popular. Mute site. Advanced dialogue is Z. I don't like that. That's such a weird key choice. I mean, that could be any other key. I gotta mute my darn phone too. Let's see. Warning, single player content is largely unfinished. Scrap 0. Health, nothing. 100 out of 100. It's a little hard to see that text, but it's probably not a big deal. Boost. Spear gun, 88. 8 out of 8. Oh, okay, this is silly. I can click and it apparently shoots, even though nothing is on the screen here yet. So yeah, I just kind of want to slap the spacebar or something. Oh. Yeah, so I'm hitting other keys apparently as I'm doing stuff, but I would like to be able to slap the spacebar to advance this rather than using the Z or, you know, any other button. Okay, so it's a little floaty. It seems apparently spacebar doesn't even jump. Is spacebar even used? Oh, I can just hold up. Interesting. All right, so I'm apparently like a diver of some sort, but yeah, very interesting. Your left and right movement is quite fast, but your vertical movement is pretty slow. I guess if you do the double jump, it kind of gives you a boost, but oh, and you can hold down, and you can fall really fast. So one thing I'm noticing, I think it's a little annoying actually. If you press up to jump twice, you're supposed to do like a double jump, but if you do it too quickly, it just doesn't do anything. I'm not really sure why there's that gap there. Another thing is if you just hold it, it also doesn't do a double jump, so it's kind of the combination of those two things. I think it'd be a bit cozier if you could do it faster, and then maybe you could just hold it, and then like maybe at the apex of the jump it would kick in, that kind of thing. Or I don't know, maybe even as soon as, maybe sooner than that, to get more of a jump or something. Yeah, it definitely seems like it's really possible for it to just eat your input because you press it too fast. I'm not really sure why there's that little bit of a delay there. So yeah, it's quite annoying in my opinion. It's like really easy to just not get that to work when you need it to. Alright, jump, hover is W, but yeah, I think I probably prefer spacebar. I can't hit escape. I can hit the P key. So yeah, I would definitely move this over to escape. Even, you know, do both if you really love the P key, but you're not even using the escape key as far as I can tell right now. So this looks pretty bad with everything being transparent like this. Everything's kind of drawing on top of everything else. Looks really messy. I'd put some much less transparent backgrounds here. Freeze equals space. I don't know, but alright, another thing, I'd like to slap the escape key to get out of the menu here rather than having to like navigate to exit or whatever. Unpause the game. Alright, we can shoot little harpoons. Boost is mouse right. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so boost meter down here. So I noticed that the boost meter goes down even when you're not actually boosting, if you press the button and it's too low. That seems a little nonsensical. This appeared... Oh, I can pick that up. I kind of thought visually it looked like it was just kind of not there, but looks like we have a scrap ripper, which is not the most visually different. It just has like a slightly different tip on this weapon, I guess. So this apparently just does like a big something here. Just kind of damages everything in this immediate area. Alright, so these guys are gonna hurt me if I touch them. Alright, get some... Oh yeah, eggplants, okay. Some satisfying knockback on those guys. It feels pretty good. Okay, so apparently the jetpacky type action also uses up the boost. CR4P cannon. Okay, more of a shotgun. This appears to have infinite ammo. This, I don't know what this is here for. Doesn't appear to be anything there. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, it's hard to avoid. I didn't know I would be like avoiding projectiles like this. Okay, so a couple of things. If I need to avoid these little projectiles that are flying at me, for one thing, I'd like to potentially be able to like duck if I'm on the ground, holding down to shorten my collider box here. I think that would feel good. I'm interested where the collision boxes are. When it comes to like, especially when you're dodging bullets and stuff, it's really important to get the colliders right. So hopefully it's relatively small inside of my sprite here. That tends to feel a lot better than if it's too big. That's like the worst thing you could get. Another thing I want to mention about the guy that was shooting, he didn't really have like a telegraph or anything. Like you couldn't see him like charging up a shot like it's about to come out, that kind of thing. It just kind of spit out at like a regular interval. I guess you could argue that the regularity of it was enough to know what was going to happen, but I think it'd be better if the enemy kind of paused a moment and then like did a quick little charge up and then the bullet thing came out. So I'm not sure about this, why we can go down here, but then there's something else up here. What's this about? Because this wasn't, oh, well, that doesn't look quite right. This wasn't very obviously here. It's kind of hidden. It's kind of strange. We got some smoke. Interesting. Okay, so I don't know what the smoke is. Wait, did I just... Alright, I gotta wait for my boost to come back. Mildly annoying, it regenerates a bit slow, so a lot of the time you're kind of fine, but... Unlock level dialect 2, that's cool. Telepyramid activated. Okay, why is this here? I guess I'm going somewhere? I don't know what this icon means. Do I... Oh, I got kind of stuck. I don't know if that was intended behavior there. Got a little wonky for a moment. I guess I can just stand on this, right? So this is quite... Oh, what the heck? Wait, what? Oh, there's like some weird streams or something, like streams of water that are sucking the projectile sideways. This is very subtle. I would try to make this a visual effect more obvious. It's a very strange, like extremely unpredictable behavior. So I guess we just kind of spam this until I guess we hit that one. Oh, was this? The particle effect is kind of disappearing here. I'm noticing also, like, I can stand on this, but if I just... Alright, it's not happening now, but before, if I try to walk to the right here, I would kind of hit like a collision here or something. The frame rate looks kind of low right now. It's a little hard to tell because the screen is kind of static. You can kind of see, like, when it zooms in and out in particular. So maybe these particle effects are not very well optimized or anything. This is obviously very simple, visually simple game, so I would expect to be able to run it without issue. I'm guessing this teleports it. Yeah, that didn't hit though. I guess I gotta get closer. It might be nice to make the range on this gun slightly longer. Oh, it was pushing me back. Oh, okay, so it has a little bit of a... Alright, Wait, where's my other guns? My other guns are gone. Does it inherit inertia? Can I can I run and shoot? Oh, did it hit? I think it might have hit. How am I? So I have to hit all of these, but I don't see any way to do that. Out of ammo. Oh, I do have an ammo pool. Well, now what do I do? I don't know of any way to get ammo back, so... I thought I could just use as much as I wanted. So yeah, I don't remember ever seeing anything to return ammo to me. Well, this isn't very good. I don't have any way to fight back here. Apparently you can boost guys away from you. Oh, you can boost the bullets away. That's fun. Oops. Trying to figure out where the collider is. I couldn't really get a very good idea of it. But yeah, just ran out of bullets, so I couldn't do anything more, I guess. And then... oh, I can just type stuff in here. Force, return to loadout. Might be nice if these interactable things were made more visually obvious, that they're things you can click on, because if I didn't put the mouse up there, it just looks like it's just text just like everything else. Doesn't read very well. Player host, turn to loadout, you deceased, kill 0, force, return. Got my bullets back, but... alright, we're back at the start here, I guess. That looks like this stuff didn't reset, though. Get my other gun. This would have been good to have, because this doesn't have an ammo requirement. I wonder what that is. Oh, maybe I could go down there. Nope, never mind. Thought maybe I could shoot it with this thing. I'm not sure if this is... I mean, I can understand this might just be placeholder graphics, that it has the same kind of visual for both the boosting and shooting this thing. Probably be nice to have two different visual effects for that, so you could kind of tell better. I tried to speedrun it. So I'm noticing... oof. Oh wow, you take a lot of damage pretty quick. I was just trying to get an idea of where the colliders were again. Yeah, super dead. Is this gonna refill all of it? Oh no. Alright, so it does feel to me like the collision box on my character is a little bit big. I would suggest making it a bit smaller. It's something that's a little hard to I don't know, it's, in my opinion, it tends to be sort of a feel thing, but it should definitely not be any bigger than the sprite, but I think it works to make it a little bit small, because it feels more like when you do get hit, like it was really deserved, you know. So we got a little cube thing, bunch of eggplants. So this is where we were before. So weird kind of sprawl, there's different directions you can go. I don't know what the right one is supposed to be, so it kind of feels a little strange in that regard. I don't know what these are for. Oh, I launched it. Oh no. I was out of boost. I was trying to reflect the thing, but I didn't have any boost, so I just kind of ate the damage. Alright, this kind of starts to feel a little more like a proper sort of single-player platformy type thing. I'd like to have more health. Not many opportunities to get your health back, and you take quite a bit of damage from a single hit. Especially if this is meant to be sort of a beginning section of the game or something. Unlocked artifact good health, I don't know what that means. So lots of empty space vertically, which it's a little weird because you can just kind of float around up there and you're just never sure if there's supposed to be anything up there. There's just so much space, and because you have so much vertical movement available to you, you can imagine a player might just waste a lot of time just jumping around trying to figure out what's up there, and if there's not actually anything up there, then it's just kind of a waste of time. But oh, I guess there is a ceiling here. Still, like, a lot of empty space. Alright, keep using up all my boost. Yeah, see, I feel like I need to keep checking up here. Like, I don't even know if I went up high enough. Might be nice to have some kind of a visual. Once you get up here, like this, there's nothing on screen to show your motion even, because the background is static. So it might be nice to have something there to just show them what your relative motion is at the time. Oh, looks like I have to trade out a weapon here. So we'll trade the spear gun thing. Oops, I tried to double jump. Oh. Yeah, see, I keep trying to smash the double jump, but it's eating my input a lot of the time. Alright, so apparently I don't need to kill these guys. Torpedo launcher. Triggerfish finger, whatever that is. This is almost out of ammo, so I guess I'll trade that in for a torpedo launcher. So yeah, it's not very obvious by like looking at my character which weapon I have equipped. It just makes a little tiny change to the tip of the weapon. I think it'd definitely be nice if I could tell more easily. Oh my gosh, no. I could tell more easily what I have equipped without having to look down in the bottom left here. So that was kind of nasty, just getting set on fire all of a sudden and burning to death. So yeah, it seems like you can die pretty easily. You don't really... I mean... I wouldn't say necessarily that you take too much damage or anything, but you don't really have opportunities to get your health back. So that would be something that would be good to put in, I think. But yeah, pretty interesting. I think the movement in general feels pretty good. I would maybe this for my game, I might tweak some things, you know, like I already mentioned the double jump and everything. I would put a little bit less inertia. If you're on the ground, it's not as bad as if you're in the air, which is that's kind of what you expect. You expect to not be able to change direction as easily in the air, which isn't a rule either. I mean, some games let you change direction in the air just as easily as you can on the ground. But yeah, in my opinion, because you get in these situations where you're kind of dodging stuff a lot. And when it comes to that, having really responsive movement is is what's going to make you feel more empowered and able to dodge these little bullets and things like that. So I think being able to change direction a bit faster horizontally would be good. I do like the boosting mechanic that you can do that in any direction. That really feels good, and the fact that you can fast fall, pretty cool. You can fall pretty fast. I'm not sure if there's a cap, a speed cap for your vertical dropping speed. Might be a good idea just to make it kind of feel more sane, but functionally it feels pretty good. The boost meter is definitely easy to drain. I don't really know if I have an opinion on that, like if it's too easy to run out of, or I'd be curious, like if you just made this infinite, tried playing it, would that make the experience worse, or would it actually just be more fun? You know, that's the kind of question I would ask about this sort of thing, I think. Generally, if you want to add this sort of limitation, it's because there's like something that's kind of exploitable or something that you don't really have another option for how to make not exploitable, I guess. And even so, in a lot of those cases, there's like other things you can do, right? But yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I do like that you can kind of use it a lot. You can use it really quickly and consecutively. You really have to do some quick movements. It's pretty tough, though. You know, it's not very fun if you run out of boost and then you need it. And that, of course, you can say, oh, you should have been more conservative with it or whatever. But that's just one of those things that, in my opinion, kind of dampers the fun. So I understand it's supposed to be sort of a multiplayer game, so you have to have some limitations here. You can't just let them spam this as fast as they want, as frequently as they want. But yeah, it's just stuff to consider, I guess. As far as, I think I'll try going up here again. I don't know. It's kind of confusing. These are like puzzles or something. I guess these are already open because I opened them before. So one thing that might be nice, now that I think about it, maybe if you just like, if your feet are on the ground, maybe the boost could recharge like twice as fast or something. I think that would make this a bit less painful, and also kind of incorporate more player choice, like player involvement in how to manage this. Like if they know that they can go to the ground and recharge it faster, then it might add like a little wrinkle to the gameplay. Plus they can get more boost faster, which is, they don't have to just sit around and wait for it, which isn't as fun, and you don't have to like make the boosting OP or anything. So I think that would be a good idea. Okay, quite simple. I'm not sure what this little dead end is for. Alright. I can drop down here. This is close though. So yeah, it's a little weird to me how kind of sprawling the level layout is when you get these kind of branching paths and then you don't really know. Oh. So I guess this is unfinished over here. But you don't really know like what way to go. There's not really anything to suggest that you should go one way or the other. So I did this one already. Did this one. And this one I don't understand how to do. I do have this now though. It doesn't seem to shoot further. I think I was going to mention before, I forgot to, that there was times when I was fighting enemies before where I was kind of in the bottom left corner of the screen and my UI was kind of covering up the action a bit, so it's kind of out of context now, but I just want to mention that would be something I would try to address. Some kind of camera work, I guess, would be the thing to do. This puzzle type thing I don't know what to do with. I'm pretty sure I hit this one before, somehow getting it through this. It somehow reached, but yeah, it's like this seems the range is just too short, but I'm pretty sure I saw like particles or whatever that said I hit that before somehow. But yeah, I have no idea how I would hit either of these. And yeah, I don't know, like if I do finish that, it's just gonna open up here. This thing just leads up to where I was before. I don't know. Seems like I'm kind of at the end of what I can do in this area. When I went to this before, it was kind of like it was going to teleport me somewhere else, but it didn't. I don't really know what that was about, but it did make me lose my weapon inventory, so that was kind of lame. So I'm going to go down at the other place here one more time. Whoop, getting some weird stuff with this elevator. See, I was just waiting for the boost to come back. It's a little painful in my opinion. Alright, machine gun, extra health we don't need yet. So if I drop a weapon, does it... It does go back here. Okay, that's interesting. Not sure if the machine gun is good. It's sort of... I like the velocity of the shots. They seem pretty weak individually. Oof. Huh. Oops. Oh, okay, so you only get 2 shots before you reload. I didn't quite internalize the feeling of that, so I was trying to shoot when I had to reload. I think... Oh, it does reload. Okay. I was just trying to see if it reloaded automatically as soon as you fired your last shot, which it does, which I think is comfy. But yeah, there was a moment there where there was kind of the big guy, and I tried to shoot the crab cannon kind of up close so that hopefully all of the bullets would hit, rather than only like 1 or 2. And it didn't seem to. You could go back and watch the recording, I guess, but it looked like some of them didn't collide, so it kind of felt a little bad. Oops. So I'm not sure, maybe the enemy colliders are too small or something. I don't know. I don't know what the deal was with that, but we got a torpedo launcher. I don't think I actually used this before, did I? Enemies up here. Oh, that's this guy. Oh my gosh. I expected more out of this. Alright, yeah, so... Oh, I died so quickly. Oh my gosh. Okay, I didn't expect to die already. Alright, so yeah, I expect the torpedo launcher to do a lot more damage. It seems in general that the weapons might be a little on the weak side for just killing random enemies. Excuse me, I'm just stretching. Okay. They feel a little bit bullet spongy, and it's not that satisfying, I would say. I'd rather see more enemies and be able to dispatch them quicker. I think that would be more fun, feel better. But yeah, generally, I like the game. In particular, the movement feels pretty good. The options that are available to you. Like I said, I might just make little tweaks to it. Maybe you can make it feel a little tighter and more responsive. Which would go a long way for this sort of gameplay, I think. But even as it is, I think it's pretty fun when you're actually just kind of battling random enemies and just kind of zooming around and dodging a little bit. Feels pretty good. I didn't do too much of that in the game here. Maybe it's a little diluted in terms of how long it takes to get into action and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of little polished things you could do for the enemy designs as well and stuff. And like I said before, I would be very careful about the colliders. I tend to prefer very much to have the player hitbox pretty small. Tends to make this kind of action game feel a lot better. And then sometimes you could be a little generous on the enemy hitboxes, that like you can hit them pretty, not easily, but it just feels like you're not missing them when you shouldn't have, and that kind of thing. So those are things I would take a look at, but hopefully the video is useful for you. I'd like to see more to kind of play with the weird shooting puzzle things where, I don't know, some kind of an idea. It didn't really seem much like puzzles for the most part. I'm not sure entirely what the intention was there, like how unfinished that was or anything, but that was a lot less interesting, in my opinion, than it was the little arenas where you can zoom around and dodge and kill the enemies. But yeah, it's definitely got some promise, and hopefully you found some useful information in this video. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you in the next one.